last few days, I've traveled from the East Coast to Las Vegas, Nevada, and then to Los Angeles and Huntington Beach for an absolutely epic trip. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes. I'm currently traveling back to Las Vegas from LA, and this has been one of the coolest trips that I've had. So I want to talk about this for a moment here at the end of this incredible trip. So, I really try to enjoy the adventure as much as I do the production of the podcast and all of that. And this has definitely been a trip that I will never forget, to say the least. So first of all, a few weeks ago, Zoltan from Five Finger Death Punch hit me up. And for the last couple of years, we've been kicking back and forth about this amazing property that he has completely redone, his home, which happens to be a castle. So it is absolutely crazy. He had sent me some pictures and I'd been kind of bugging him like, bro, we got to do a home tour. This is so amazing. And so I went out there and I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure, what this was going to look like in real life. And this was for sure, the craziest mansion that I've ever seen. It's a full-blown castle, and it took us over an hour to go through this property, and we didn't even get to the entire thing. So this is a very, very different video than I've ever done. And there's other properties as well for musicians that I want to tour. So stay tuned for that, because I promise you, you've never seen anything like this in the history of the channel. We had multiple cameras rolling, multiple different angles. It's going to look very, very cool. And I'm so excited to have gotten the once in a lifetime opportunity to do something like that. And again, if you can think of any musicians that you would like to see out there who have cool mansions or homes that you would like to see, let me know, and I will do my best to try to make it happen. I definitely think that this is going to be an exciting series on the channel. So after that, I head out to LA because I had talked to M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold about, working on something to talk about the South American tour that they just announced that's selling like crazy. The band just sold out their baseball stadium in Mexico in 20 minutes, which is truly extraordinary. So they do that. And I'm already excited about that because these are two massive guests on the channel. And so while I'm driving out there, I have a little bit of extra time and I text Ronnie Radke and I'm like, hey bro, I'm coming out. It'd be cool to stop by and say what's up. And he hits me back and is like, yeah, come through. So I go over to Ronnie's house and, it's my frame of reference for this absolutely insane property. Another crazy, crazy property. You look out, you can see the entire city, you can see the entire skyline, and we took this photograph that you have up on your screen that just shows the absolute scale of this property. Truly mind-blowing and just unforgettable, and it was such a great time hanging out with him, and he was so generous with his time. And people don't realize, you see this kind of mad genius on social media, and you see this really outspoken person, but when you talk to him, there's a lot more depth and vision to him than people realize. And he's a true artist, and it was just so exciting and just unbelievable to see that property. We've seen it on his social media, but it is even more spectacular in real life. So that was truly amazing. And so after that, I leave, I go and get dinner, wake up, get ready, head down to Huntington Beach, and I go and link up with M Shadows. And so I wasn't sure where we were going to film at. I'm like, where's this going to be? And it turns out we go over to his house, and he has a studio in his house. And this is where he has worked on so much iconic Avenged Sevenfold music. And he's going to talk about that with the special In the Studio episode of the Rock Feed podcast from his studio. It's just unbelievable. Can't believe we filmed that. And, I'm now, having just left this, driving through the desert in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere. And it's just such a scenic drive. This is a drive I've always wanted to take, that drive between LA and Vegas. And it's just like the most all-American drive out here. You're just like, there's this old game I used to play on Sega Genesis. I don't know if you guys played this, but it's called Road Rash. And, I just remember being on the motorcycles in this game. It's like a motorcycle game, and driving through these beautiful canyons and these beautiful mountains and thinking like that was the simulated experience that I would never get. And here I am, so far away from home, having the opportunity to film with some of the biggest rock stars in the world, to say the least, and filming amazing videos that I'll also be able to look back and watch for the rest of my life. So this has just been an extraordinary, unforgettable trip, and I feel like the year is only getting started from the music standpoint. So it's starting to get warmer, it's starting to get better outside, and a lot of shows are really starting to happen. So I just wanted to check in and just give you guys a little behind the scenes from the absolute middle of nowhere out here in the desert, and continue heading on back to Vegas, catch my flight home. Thank you all so much for the support. If you didn't watch these videos, if you didn't tune in, literally none of this would be possible. So I appreciate you all so much. And if you're new here and you like this video, be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates right here from Rockfeed.